Well, great to see you. I'm going to demonstrate a couple of possibilities here. One is just sharing a fable, right? So here is a fable that's been circulating very widely lately, actually even on Facebook. It's about a married couple, older couple. Sort of like my wife and I. A couple had been married for 30 years and was celebrating the husband's 60th birthday. During the party, a fairy appeared and said because they had been such a loving couple all these years, she would give them each one wish. The wife said, we've been so poor all these years and I've never gotten to see the world. I'd love to travel all over the world with my dear husband. The fairy waved her wand and there were tickets to travel all over the world right there in the wife's hand. Next, it was the husband's turn. He paused for a moment and then said, Well, I'd like to be married to a woman 30 years younger than me. The fairy waved her wand and he was 90. Got what you wanted. Well, you could guess at the many possibilities for morals implied in that one. And that's sort of the idea. You share, and hopefully with a media type thing, but it's up to you. Your reading of the fable, make sure you include the print, make sure you credit, like if it's Aesop or what have you, right? This one doesn't, it's anonymous. No one took credit for it. The Man with Two Wives, of course, was Aesop. So then you have another option if you want to have some bonus points and really go for this. Make up your own. Okay, so I'm going to make up my own, unrehearsed, and really truly off the top of my little head. So we do have gophers in our garden out back, and they are wreaking havoc with the garden. This is called, I'm going to name it the gullible gophers. So, among the gophers, there was much happiness for many, many, many years because they all feasted on the roots of the garden, and they were happy within their run. But there arose one day a very loud and very fierce gopher who began to to separate the gophers in his quest for followers of his loud, braggadocious ways. So he began to label other gophers as enemies, began to say absolutely insulting things about these other gophers, that they weren't patriotic, they weren't loyal to the gophers and their gopher ways. And so he rose this gopher into a position of power and began to lead the gullible gophers as opposed to the other gophers who, with due respect, disagreed. So this gopher decided that once he was in a position of authority, he could convince the gullible gophers that in fact the cat was their friend. So you see, he pointed out, the cat with its fierce little claws and its busy little paws could drill all kinds of new holes and create new runs for the gophers much more effectively than the gophers could. We needed, he said, to align ourselves with the cat. The cat is our friend indeed. So, of course, the result of this unfortunate alliance was that the cat had gopher fricassee for weeks on end. So ends the gullible gophers. Well, I hope you're having a great day. And that's my fable for the day. You could probably guess at two things. Why Aesop used animals and not actual people for the vast majority of his fables and didn't name names. And at the very many possible applications for such a fantasy type fable that I made up. So there it is, and I will hope to see you soon again, and hope you have a great week, and hope you had an excellent first week. All right, sayonara.